Hello again. Um, I forgot to do this video yesterday, and I nearly forgot to do it today. Um, as far as goals go, everything is going fine. The only thing I faltered on was brushing my teeth, and that's just because I forgot to do it in the morning. Otherwise, I haven't broken the pattern at all. I hopped right back on with no issue, and I've been doing it since. So, that's good news. Um, like I said, not much is different. Notable things of the week. I guess this is pretty quick, huh? Um, I guess the only thing to note, I guess I could list out the movies I watched, but I'm not gonna do that. The only thing of note would be today's my birthday, and that's it. And no, I'm not acting like this because I'm tired. I was actually trying to go to sleep, but failing, and I remembered I needed to do this. Um, yeah, nothing special. Never is. I don't really have a problem with that though. More so I have a problem with the only thing I actually want is something I'm not allowed to have, so yeah, just there ain't much to it this week, man. There really isn't much going on. I'm doing schoolwork. I'm trying to keep up, trying to establish a more consistent workflow, trying to just I'm trying to be better. I'm not trying to falter at all. And it's tough. It's very hard. I have to manage my time properly, and if I don't, I'll fall behind horribly. And I mean that just fucking sucks. I'm exhausted. I'm super exhausted. And honestly, my birthday has never been a joyous occasion for me. Oftentimes it's a party with no people or just me sitting in my room for the entire day. My birthday's never been an important event to me. So much so that even during high school, the only people who would know my birthday are the ones who chose to remember it, which was like two people, and it was never a big deal, ever. So that's pretty much how it is. And there's almost always only one thing I want on my birthday, but I never get it. So I've given up on it. It is what it is. I'm so mentally tired of really just about everything. Just every single thing. I just don't feel like I can take it right now. I'm in one of those when I'm in one of those states where I'm just so mentally exhausted I start to dissociate. And yeah, that's not really a good thing. It usually pops up whenever I'm trying to go above and beyond, which I am. But I'm trying to make this above and beyond, which by the way is just simple scheduling and wanting to get shit done. Um, is just draining me, and I guess I was kind of looking forward to this day, but my flimsy attempts at making it actually special. It's just normal shit I do, but it's on my birthday. Were clearly not enough, and It didn't really matter. I guess a little bit of context as to why, in particular, it bothers me so much if my birthdays are almost never really anything special. I don't try to make them special. I don't really care about making them special. Hell, I actively dissuade my family from celebrating anything because it just doesn't matter to me. But there's almost always one thing that I want. Almost always. And it's just to hang out with my friends. Yet it feels like every single time it doesn't matter. It doesn't work. My efforts, they don't mean anything. They don't do anything. And I know a lot of them are super flimsy. I know not all of them work, but I'm just one of those guys where if I see it as a repeating pattern happening over and over again, it starts to bleed into my mind that it's a permanent thing, that it can't be changed. I know it's not true. I know there's way more I could be doing, but I would be uh I would be wrong in saying that right now, especially in my mind, it's fucking worthless. There's no point. No reason to do it at all. May as well just may as well resign myself to my fate. It always leads to a really depressing birthday. If anything, I'd say probably the saddest days of every year are on my birthdays. It's just one, wanting something I can't get, and two, just a mixing of all the forefront, mixing of all the fears at the back of my mind taking the forefront, and it just me immersing myself in it. Hanging out my hanging out with my friends usually curbs that, but not today. Not today at all. I tried. I tried doing it myself. I just playing a game I like, enjoying myself. And while it works very temporarily, if there's not something constantly going on in the game, which I don't like playing games where things are constantly happening, it it just pushes itself up front. It shoves its way into my brain, and I can't stop thinking about it. And they just kind of mix together for this amalgamation of despair and sadness. Man, I hate these days. Actually, I'd go as far to say I hate pretty much every holiday. A lot of them just exist to remind me of the severe loneliness that I feel. At least that's how it feels. Even though I'm not really you know, big example. Even though I'm not interested in having like a romantic relationship with anyone, I've literally voiced this to my friends multiple times how I don't want to. And when I was still making fear videos, I was I obviously had a major fear of making that type of connection with anyone. I I still feel incredibly lonely. I still feel incredibly sad, even though I don't really care. Any other day of the week, you won't find me giving a shit. But that one, that specific day, that's when it gets me. Same can be said for Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, any major fucking holiday that's celebrated in the United States. You can damn well bet I probably feel lonely on that day. Same goes for parties too. Unless I'm conversing with someone or a friend's there and we're just shooting the shit, it takes hold. You'd think this would be easier if I just, got more friends, but I'm not very good at keeping friends. The friends I have to stick around me, a neurotic fucking asshole. So, in a sense, I could say that my loneliness stems entirely from myself, which I've already accepted, but it doesn't it doesn't make me any happier that that's the case. If anything, it just makes me mad because I'm the reason I'm lonely. And for the 21 years that I've been alive now, uh, I can't seem to change that at all. I've found it difficult to properly change who I am, change how I treat my friends, change how I approach people. It's so easy to change a lot of mental habits and the way you work, but the way you carry yourself is an entirely different thing. I haven't found an answer to that. Maybe there isn't an answer. Maybe I'm looking for an answer to a question that doesn't exist, or a question that doesn't have an answer. Yeah, it's funny. I I actually kind of joined college in a sense to, or I started college in a sense to feel some sort of camaraderie or connection with my friends who are out of state, and I'd argue I have not felt more lonely than I have now. Even if I was going in person, I probably just would have been in a room full of fucking husks. Not even people. Just robots or something that I'd convince myself of. I'd still be alone. I have tried to forge some sense of camaraderie with my family, but it just it doesn't work. I can't be friends with them. I'd love to say that I can, but I can't. And that's the one thing I need. I don't need family members. I need friends. And if I can't make friends out of my family, well, then the only thing that fucking ties us is blood. And that's it. Pretty flimsy connection, if you ask me. I don't know if I have anything else to say. I've been plagued by loneliness for so long. It wasn't nearly as bad when my friends were in the same state as me, but ever since they moved, it's only gotten so much worse. First, it started with one of my friends joining the military, which, what can you do, right? Just, it is what it is. He wanted to do it. He wanted to move on. That's, that's his prerogative. Then another friend had to move in order for his parents to have good job opportunities so that he could support himself and do what he's doing now. And again, it's just, what can you do? Apparently nothing. Because even still, I can't do fucking anything. The last time I hung out with both of my friends physically was a couple months ago, maybe longer. My sense of time is so fucked. I honestly couldn't even tell you how long it's been. But the last time we hung out was probably one of the better days of my life so far. And honestly, I've been chasing something comparable to that for a while now. Whether it be through movies, TV shows, video games, fucking doom scrolling, doing schoolwork. I've been hunting for that feeling for a while, but I know there's only one place it comes from, and I can't have it. It's just, it's just not possible. I wish it was, and it would be possible if I wasn't poor, if the circumstances surrounding my life it didn't exist. But of course, they do. I get to I get to be mounted with stress from every fucking corner of my life, and it's my birthday. I've mythologized it in my head, much like other people, that it's supposed to be special in some way. Do something you enjoy. It's supposed to be a day that you like, but it never is. It just never fucking is. Oh my god. What a shit show. Why did I have to be the way I am? Why did I have to be so fucking mentally ill? This is just one of those moments that makes me think, I wish I'd never been born at all. Because then I wouldn't have to go through this. I wouldn't have to experience this form of suffering. Wouldn't have to exist the way I am now. Wouldn't have to desperately reach out in so many different ways for fucking anything. Only to find out that there's only fucking one or two places that I can actually get what I want, and they're always out of reach. They're never there. Well, I don't think I have anything else to say. Definitely caught myself at a bad time, but I was gonna have to make this video eventually, and I'd rather be one day late than I am two. I'll see myself next time.